video will properly demonstrate proper technique used in spine boarding, such as how to roll a prone athlete to supine position, proper placement on a spine board, the log roll maneuver, and a 4-person lift. This video will also include equipment removal in case CPR is needed to be done, which will be the face mask, helmet, and shoulder pads. When an athlete goes down on the field, the first responding rescuer will need to decide if spine boarding is necessary, which would be when neck or spine injury with numbness and tingling in extremities, cervical spine injury with compromised airway, an unconscious athlete, multiple fractures, or a compound fracture. When rescuer 1 comes on the scene, they will first make sure the scene is safe, tell the coaches to call 911, then proceed to listen to the athlete to see if they're breathing and check their pulse. This is to see if CPR is needed. The rescuer 1 will check for numbness or feeling in the extremities. Once the rescuer has discovered that spine boarding is necessary, they will need the help of 2 more rescuers to roll the athlete from prone, face down, to supine position. The picture shown is supine versus prone position. The first thing the rescuer 1 will need to do is call for help. Then, if the arm is outstretched like shown, they will need to slide the athlete's arm beside their body and call for help. In order to make sure the head and spine remains in C-spine immobilization, rescuer 1 will need to place hands where the head will go, then flip hands over and grab the athlete's head like shown. Rescuer 2 and 3 will cross hands and grab underneath the athlete with hands crossed to make sure they have even strength to roll the athlete. Rescuer 1 will be in command and say prepare to lift, 1, 2, 3, lift. Then, once halfway, the rescuer will pause and rescuer 1 will say prepare to lower, 1, 2, 3, lower. Once athlete is in supine position, rescuer 1 calls for rescuer 4 to bring the spine board. Rescuers 2 and 3 will cross arms again, just like the log roll maneuver. Rescuer 1 will maintain holding the head. When ready to lift, rescuer 1 says prepare to lift, 1, 2, 3, lift. Rescuer 4 will slide the spine board underneath the athlete, then rescuer 1 will say prepare to lower, 1, 2, 3, lower. The athlete will not be perfectly on the spine board, so rescuers 2 and 3 will straddle the athlete, grabbing both sides of the athlete. Rescuer 1 will give commands of which way they need to slide the athlete. In this case, prepare to slide right, 1, 2, 3, slide, then slide down, 1, 2, 3, slide. When to remove the helmet and shoulder pads. If after 1 minute and the face mask cannot be removed to gain access to the airway. If the design of the helmet and chin strap is such that even after removal of the face mask, the airway cannot be controlled or ventilation provided. If the helmet and chin straps do not hold the head securely such that immobilization of the helmet does not immobilize the head. If the helmet prevents immobilization for transportation in an unsafe position. While rescuer 1 maintains C-spine immobilization, the rescuer 2 will take a drill and undo the screws and lift up the face mask so rescuer 3 can use a trainer's angel or regular scissors to cut the chin strap and the top part of plastic of the face mask. Then rescuer 2 will take a popsicle stick and slide out the padding of the helmet to make it easier to slide off the helmet. Once that is done, rescuer 3 will need to cut the jersey in a T-shape fashion in order to access the shoulder pads to cut them to take them off. Once jersey is removed, cut straps securing the shoulder pads down the center and on both sides of the athlete. Trainer 3 will already be straddling the athlete and will need to place their forearms on the chest, manually stabilizing the athlete's neck. Other rescuers will be on either side of the athlete with hands behind each shoulder. Rescuer 1 will need to say, prepare to raise, 1, 2, 3, raise. Once athlete is raised, rescuer 3 will maintain stabilization of the neck while rescuer 1 removes the helmet. Once helmet is removed, the shoulder pads will need to be removed directly after the rescuer 1 takes off the helmet. Rescuer 1 will need to grasp underneath pads and slide out after making sure all garments are removed. Once the helmet and shoulder pads have been properly removed from the athlete, the rescuers will need to place rolled up towels underneath the athlete's head and on either sides to maintain neutral inline position. Once the towels are in place, the rescuers will need to take adhesive tape or a strap and place it around the athlete's head and around the towels in order to keep the head and towels in place during transportation. After that is done, the rescuers will need to clip in the athlete from toes to chest. Clips should be tightened as soon as they are fastened. That way, the athlete is not able to move during transportation. All excess straps should be tucked underneath the athlete so that the rescuers do not trip on it during transportation. After the athlete is secure on the spine board, rescuers 2 and 3 and 1 and 4 will need to be on either sides of the athlete. They will need to cross their arms to maintain equal balance on either side of the spine board, just like the log remover. The rescuer 1 will say prepare to lift and then prepare to lower. And that would conclude the video of how to spine board an athlete.